I'm Stan Chen. I work at Toyo Tires in marketing, and this is my 1988 BMW E30 M3. So the M3, I'm trying to keep it more original to the Evolution 2 aerodynamics, which is a little bit more aggressive front lip, the gurney flapped wing, but also the only subtle differences I made were primarily to the carbon fiber treatment of the mirrors, and then I switched the wing out to a full carbon fiber wing. But exterior wise, everything is pretty much original, except for, you know, the wheels. I'm a big fan of turbofans, but at the same time, I didn't want to put on what everyone else is putting on, which is just like an aluminum cover over an existing wheel. So to try to be a little bit different, we combined the aspect of a turbofan from the vanes to the outer edges, but wanted to keep it more of a functional wheel by opening up the face a little bit as well. So show off the Brembos too.
How do you clean that?
So it's still so new right now. I haven't really quite gotten to cleaning part yet. So I'm gonna figure that out eventually, but I'm sure it'll be involving some busted knuckles. Or I'm gonna call it detailer.
Yeah.
So again, this is the European headlight conversion. So this actually is the smiley light. See a little smile right here. This one's kind of cool. It's got this nice little parking light in here, the projector lamp. Then we have the grille. The European grille is a little bit different than the US grille in that it's got a line across the top here, so it kind of cuts off the headlight. The US ones are fully round, so it gives a little bit of a meaner look.
Angry M3, yeah.
Angry M3. You know, we actually have the blacked out grills, kind of keep a little bit more stealth.
Is that painted or is
No,
that
these are the European plastic ones.
I see.
So paint will chip. Not fun.
Yeah. Now explain the gold treatment on this car.
I love gold. Bing! So I kind of like the gold aspect of it with the black and the gold. It's a sign of royalty. So kind of went with it and did the gold motor stroke stripe, which is typically red. Went with gold instead, through all the way through here. In my previous build on my other BMW wagon, I had a green pinstripe, so kind of kept with that theme and went with a gold stripe instead. Taillights, these are actually StarTech taillights. They're hard to get. If any BMW E30 guys out there know, they know that these are hard to get. You could probably pay around like $950 plus for a cracked one. Igor at CA Tune was able to source me this nice set here. They do have a little pinkish tint to it, but I think it's supposed to be like that because all the ones I've seen are like that. These door handles, not many people think, oh, I'm gonna change these door handles, but the original ones are plastic, kind of blah looking. So Igor at CA Tune, they had these aluminum ones with actually the stamped, embossed BMW Motorsport logo on here. They come with a nice black anodized, and I will warn you, they look really cool, but if you park in the sun, it will burn your hand because it is aluminum. So
are those pretty rare?
Hot. No, I don't know how rare they are. I think Igor brings them in, so you might want to check catune.com. So the engine on an M3, you really don't want to mess with the original S14 motor. It's the first of its kind. It's the only of its kind, really, four-banger. And I wanted to keep it, like I said, original to what the M3 is traditionally known for, high revving engine. I didn't want to take a chance with the S14 motors. Again, those things aren't really made anymore. You can't buy them on a crate. So we just rebuilt it. Used all the original BMW parts, built it from the bottom up, and this is what you have here. So this is the plenum that houses the 4 individual throttle bodies. When BMW was making their motors here for racing, They still had the, it was actually 6 cylinders, but they actually chopped it off to make it a 4-banger, inline 6. And again, individual throttle bodies, quicker throttle response, that's why they won so many races, and it sounds badass. So the strut tower bar was made by Bobby at Sadistic. Again, a master at making custom one-off pieces. So again, it had all the little triangle pieces here that match the pedals. And then the strut tower bar kind of nice and clean with the black mounts to kind of keep a little bit more stealth here. And then as you can tell, I have the AST coilovers here. It's a 12-way adjustable dampening system that they have. It's 4100 series. And I'm also mating it with the crafted suspension struts. So the interior, when I got the car, there was pretty much no interior in here at all. There was mismatched seats, no carpet, the dash was destroyed. The only thing I think I had were the door cards. So with me wanting to kind of keep the original M3, you don't want to mess with the M3. The interior was fair game. So the fact that there was no interior kind of gave me free reign to kind of go a little bit crazier with it. So I went with the cues from like the old vintage German and Italian cars. Went with the pumpkin leather here. There's a couple of gold trim accents in here on the Momo steering wheel, the bezel on the cluster that was refurbished by Bavarian Restoration. My buddy over at Nostalgic Grains made me a custom black and gold resin shift knob and e-brake handle. Bobby over at Sadistic Ironworks, he's a master at making one-off pieces. So he made me a custom set of pedals, all matching curvatures, shape, everything. These little cutouts, which you'll actually see in the engine bay, kind of matches. So the pedals, one of my favorite pieces inside the interior as well. So the Recaro seats, these are actually rewrapped Recaro CS Sportster seats. I have these in my other BMW, love the way they felt. So just got some of those again, rewrapped the whole thing, added the vintage looking vents. I've always been a big fan of the German and Italian styling with their leather. So I wanted to bring that into this redo here. I even got the old vintage Recaro cover, if you will, that came from actually Porsche dealership. The matching rear seats, those things, again, I believe those things were still around when it got the car. So we just rewrapped the whole thing right there, added the venting to the back and make it all nice and matchy-matchy.